Welcome back to Punta Cana, or you can see welcome back to the Dominican Republic. Today we have a home video, a very normal video of things that we, the people that live here, the foreigners, as well as the Dominicans, of course, do during the day. It's not much difference of what you know from where you live, but it's always interesting to see, especially if you may be thinking of moving here, how does it work here? So I'm taking you through a normal day. Take you to a ferreteria where you can buy things like this, paint remover, paint, and a lot of other things. We're checking out a supermarket. I show where you can rent an apartment, for example. Little things like this, just add it together so you get an idea if you're thinking of moving to Dominican Republic, what to expect more or less. So let's go.
Money exchange here at Quesada. The dollar today, the US dollar, is 58.6 Dominican pesos. Quesada and as well Plaza Brisas, the Casa de Cambio, they have usually the best exchange rate. And yeah, well, if you need pesos, it's a good idea to change them, because if you pay with dollars in the supermarket, the exchange rate usually is not at your favor. So if you need pesos, try a Casa de Cambio. If you're moving here and you maybe buy a house, you build a house, you rent a house, or you have an apartment that you want to paint, or you have to repair something, it's important to know where to buy your stuff. Behind me is Ferreteria Leon. That's only one. The important word is ferreteria. This is the hardware store where you get most of the things that you need to repair. And I like the bigger ones because you can walk between the aisles and just see what you need, because even though my Spanish is not too bad, there are many things that I have no idea what the name is when it comes for painting or repairing something. You need a tube, you need this or that, or just something to hold it together. So a bigger one, you can walk and check it out and then maybe find something similar and ask if they have it smaller or bigger. Where the little ones, and in the countryside, you go and you have to tell them what you need, and they go and bring it to you, which sometimes can take a long time if you don't know what the name of the thing is that you need, and sometimes ends in a lot of confusion. So I'm going in there now because I need something to paint my house. I have what I need, and now I go and check out what they have, what I don't need. Yeah, as you can see, it's quite complete. If you want to go shopping here, there is paint, there is electricity, there are water heaters, there are water pumps, garden supplies, camping a little bit, renovating. Shopping. I went to the Nacional, that's shortly before the airport. It's a little bit more expensive, but as well they sometimes have things that other supermarkets don't have. And I came here today to buy something that I couldn't find in Bávaro, and that's a special kind of cat food. But I checked also other prices, so I just checked the milk, and the milk here, for example, 1 liter, the one that we buy, the Lista milk, is 71 pesos. You can also buy Choco Loco, Choco Pops, 2 libra, it's an offer right now, 419 pesos, 420 pesos, and it's the Food Club, that's a special brand, that's a cheaper brand. Yeah, you can buy fish, meat, chicken, pork, everything that you get in a normal supermarket too. And also ready food to eat, hamburguesa, fresh station, potatoes, onions, ginger, fruits, very nice. If you have a birthday but you don't want to bake, even you can buy here ready to go cake. This one here is
1,295 pesos. Yeah, leaving shopping behind. I'm just around the corner because here in Punta Cana is the immigration office. If you want to live here for longer and you want to be legal, you have to apply for a residency in your home country at the Embassy of the Dominican Republic. And it is fairly easy if you read it, if you find it, but sometimes there are some hiccups. For example, I'm renewing one for a friend, and it says since 3 weeks that we please check emails for the appointment that he should get. We uploaded all the information and there is nothing moving. There is no email and there is no text message on the phone. So I'm here today to see what happened. As well, I'm renewing Charlie's residency. And of course, before you do it, you log into Migración, you check which paperwork you need, like the photos, the copies of your passport and this and that. And then when you have everything together, then you log into the page where you can actually upload it, which is very easy. But suddenly there are more fields and they want more papers that they didn't say before that they needed. So this is why a lot of people take a lawyer to do so. And this is why it's not the cheapest way to get it. It's always a little headache. Behind me, EMG hospital. If you come to live here or stay a little bit longer, it makes sense to have a health insurance, international from home, that is valid here. They will treat you if you have a credit card or if you have an insurance. Don't expect them to treat you if you come there with no money, no credit card and no insurance. I'm sorry, but 99% of the cases, that's not gonna happen. Living in the Dominican Republic, we live in a residential area. That means it's gated. We have a security that's at the main gate 24 hours a day. And people that live here, they buy a card so that they can open the gate by themselves. And people that do not live here, just come to visit, have to leave their ID with the security at the main entrance and get the ID back when they leave the residential area. We have a lot of apartment buildings here, and well, actually this one, and then the whole street here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 4. Some are under construction. A lot of construction going on as well in Bávaro, Punta Cana, so it's getting more and more apartments. And I would say the cheapest you can rent would be around $250 for a 1-bedroom, and goes up until here, maybe $1,000, and it's more exclusive if you live in Cocotal. There you have more $1,000 apartments. Here where we live, it's not so expensive. They, for example, they have a little pool in the middle. Most of them don't have a pool, or some have a pool, some don't. And it depends on how many rooms you have, of course, how much you rent, how much you want to spend. There are cheaper ones and there are more expensive ones. Mostly here in Bávaro, they're all gated and you need an ID or a card to get in. Makes people feel safer, but as well you can live for less outside, of course, of a residential area. There are as well some places, but foreigners I see, they like to live inside a secured area more. And this is how we're ending the video and the day, with the drink and some tacos at Onos at the beach. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something today and you have a little idea about our Expats Life here in the Dominican Republic. For me, the day is over now. Have a nice weekend and I see you next Friday in the next video.
Voy a cantar esta canción con mucho cariño de mi corazón a la República Dominicana, la casa del merengue y la casa de la bachata. Voy a cantar esta canción con mucho cariño de mi corazón a la República Dominicana, la casa del merengue y la casa de la bachata. La casa del merengue. La, 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 la. Y la casa de la bachata